We met through a mutual friend. His name was Jason. Not the guy you'd see and instantly feel butterflies for. He wasn't flashy. He didn't drive a sports car or wear designer, anything. He was the guy who quietly opened doors, remembered what you said last week, and actually listened. And honestly, I almost canceled our first date. He texted me a reminder the night before. Looking forward to tomorrow. Let me know if you need to reschedule. Polite. Simple. No pressure. I rolled my eyes and tossed my phone aside. Too nice, I muttered. But I went anyway. We met at a quiet Italian place she had made a reservation. I showed up in heels I hated, expecting nothing more than a meal and maybe a boring conversation. But Jason surprised me. He asked thoughtful questions. He didn't dominate the conversation. He noticed I was cold and asked the waiter to turn the fan away. It was easy. Like a warm bath after a long day. No ego, no games, just peace. Still, I wasn't sure. He was the guy I should want. Kind, stable, respectful, but he wasn't my type. At least, that's what I kept telling myself. He didn't have that edge, that I could destroy you energy that, for some reason, I always found magnetic. We kept going out. Second date. Then, a third. I started to look forward to his texts. I liked how he'd send a song he thought I'd love. Or how he remembered how I liked my coffee extra cream, no sugar. But still, I hesitated. There was a part of me that kept him at a distance. I didn't let him all the way in. Because I didn't want to fall for someone who didn't match the picture I had in my head. That night we had dinner at a rooftop place he picked. It was beautiful. String lights, city view, soft music in the background. He showed up in a simple button-down and jeans. Still him. Still kind. He pulled out my chair, smiled, said I looked beautiful. I should have just said, thank you. I should have leaned in and let the moment breathe. But I didn't. Instead, I said the one thing I wish I could take back. You're not really my type, I said, laughing lightly, trying to soften the blow. But you're nice. Really nice. The second it left my mouth, I saw it. His eyes dimmed, like someone turned the lights down inside him. He froze for just a second, then nodded, smiled, even. Got it, he said. Then he signaled the waiter, asked for the check. Didn't finish his drink. Didn't say much after that. I laughed it off, trying to move past it. Hey, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant you're different from the guys I usually date. He looked at me and said one thing. Maybe that was the point. Then he took out his card, paid the bill, stood up, and walked out. No dramatic goodbye. No anger. No, let's talk about this. Just silence. And the soft clink of his glass left half full on the table. I sat there, confused, embarrassed, but mostly stunned. I didn't chase him. I told myself he was overreacting, that he was being dramatic. But that night, when I got home and looked at my phone, blocked. On everything. No texts. No social. Gone. Like I never mattered. And maybe I didn't. Or maybe I mattered too much. The days that followed, they weren't what I expected. I thought I'd forget about him. Move on. Date someone my type. Someone with a sharp jawline and sharper attitude. But instead, I kept replaying that dinner. That moment. The look in his eyes. I kept thinking about how he showed up fully. With kindness. With effort. And how I met him with distance. I realized something that still makes my chest tighten. I didn't reject him because he wasn't enough. I rejected him because I didn't think I deserved that kind of love. The love that doesn't play games. The love that just shows up and stays. I'd gotten so used to chaos, I mistook calm for boring. So used to being dismissed, I didn't know what to do with someone who paid attention. He wasn't my type. Because my type was pain dressed as passion. My type was emotional unavailability I could chase until I felt worthy. Jason wasn't that. He was available, present, stable, and I ran. Or worse, I insulted him in the most subtle, cruel way. I like you, but not enough. A few weeks later, I saw him again. From a distance. He was walking down the street with someone else. She was laughing. He looked happy. I stood at the crosswalk, pretending to check my phone. He didn't see me. Or maybe he did and just didn't care. That moment gutted me more than I expected. Because I knew she was probably getting the version of him I wasn't brave enough to accept. I told myself I'd message him. Apologize. Explain. But what was there to say? I said what I said. And he believed me. Maybe that's the worst part. Not that he left, but that he took me at my word. So if you've ever wondered if words matter, they do. Even the ones said with a smile. Especially those. I lost a good man that night. Because I was too wrapped up in some fantasy version of love that never loved me back. And he walked away with grace. Not because he didn't care, but because he finally knew his worth. I didn't just lose him. I taught him to leave. And now, he's gone. For good.